Good morning, everyone. Let me start with a question. If everyone thinks you're crazy, are you wrong? Or are you early? When I first shared my big idea with friends, they laughed.
Hallelujah. Okay, so last week Sunday we wrapped up on how to look well financially in our School of Money journey, and we established.
This is one of a 15-part series where Dr. Olumide Emmanuel shares practical wisdom on how to make, grow, and keep money and business. These are excerpts from the best-selling book, The School of Money by Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. You can find the rest of these teachings in a playlist linked in the video description. Let's get straight into today's video. Welcome to the School of Success Business and Leadership Service, SBLS, and we are aware that we've been having. This is one of a 15-part series where Dr. Olumide Emmanuel shares practical wisdom on how to make, grow, and keep money and business. These are excerpts from the best-selling book, The School of Money by Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. You can find the rest of these teachings in a playlist linked in the video description. Let's get straight into today's video.
So we're right now we're moving towards the last part of School of Money Masterclass. We're looking at the new rules of money. And what we've been trying to help ourselves to understand is that when it comes to the issue of money, the game is the same, but the rules have changed. And in order for you to continually progress in the financial journey of your life, you need to be abreast of the fact that the rules of money are not the same as it used to be. Anyone that is very, very sensitive and observant will realize that even in the world of work, a lot of things have changed. The marketplace have continued to evolve. So now we have what we call the pre-COVID, the post-COVID world, because a lot of things change continually. There are many things that were not part of our reality before COVID, but after COVID, they have now become part of our reality. And many times, one of the reasons why people get frustrated their journey of wealth creation is to keep doing the same thing over and over again, and they keep expecting a different result. They just assume that they need to do it the way they have been doing it, not knowing that some things have changed. That's why we've been looking at this new rules, and because of time and the ground we still need to cover, we're just going to go straight to continue from where we stopped. So we're looking at the rule number 7. There are 8 new rules. So I want to see if we can have the 2 up this morning. So the 7th rule is what we began to explore last week, and we established the fact that life was a team sport, and you need to choose your team. And we began to list out the people that you need to choose that will be a part of your life. And we started with number 1, which is a lawyer. Number 1, which is a lawyer. So everyone that wants to be able to succeed in their personal financial life, in their lives, in their business life, you need to have a lawyer. You need to have someone that has knowledge of law, someone that has knowledge in this area of legal understanding to guide you. Because of your journey, you will need to fill forms. Because of your journey, you will need to sign documents. Because of your journey, you will need to interact with people. And you need someone that will guide you so that you don't go and sign something that will now become detrimental to your life and detrimental to your journey. A lot of people, because of lack of understanding of law, and lack of understanding of the power of legality and the power of illegality, has ended up becoming victims. Even though they're sincere, they have sincerely walked into trouble because because they did not have the right kind of legal guidance. Number two, you need an accountant. You need an accountant. You need an accountant because when we talk about money, we're talking about finance, we're talking about accounts. And there are a lot of people that have been defrauded, and a lot of people that have not been able to maximize the funds and the money that is available to them just because they don't understand basic principles of accounting. So you need someone that is an accountant, someone that has knowledge of accounting to be able to help you both in your personal life, in your family life, and in your business life. Now, when you look at business, for instance, there are people that understand finance. There are people that are into accounting, but they don't understand finance. But there is something about finance. There are people that can look at your book, look at your record, and be able to tell you that the way this thing is going, this does not change. This is what the outcome will be. And there are people that will be able to tell you that this money you are spending to achieve this is more. So we have what you call cost of sales. Now, what does it cost you to be able to make a sale? So sometimes you think you are making money, like I think I said that last week, but you are really not making money, you are losing money. So you need to have an accountant, you need to have someone that will be able to help guide you, and it's very, very important. So for instance, just as a way of helping, if you're a business person and you want to start hiring people in your business or in your organization, you start out most of the time alone. So when you start out alone, you are the chief accounting officer, chief marketing officer, you are everything. You are the cleaner, you are the MD, CEO, you are the gate man. That's where to start. But when I advise people, I say that the first staff you should have in your business is what I call a utility staff. Just someone that will be there to open the door, close the door, so that the office might be empty. Just clean, answer phone calls. We call it utility staff. That's what I call it, because the person may not have experience of HR, the person may not have experience of customer service, but the person is just there, at least the door is not closed. You just need somebody to open the door, close the door, receive message and do all that. That's the first thing, because most of the time when you're starting out in business, you don't even have the money to hire anybody. But if you're going to have an office, you can also not sit down in the office and sit down Monday to night doing nothing. You need to go out there looking for business. So you need someone that will just be there. So that's the first person you need. The next person you need is someone that will handle your finances. Even if it's ordinary bookkeeper, or just do bookkeeping, that's the person you need. Because once you get the issue of finances wrong from the start, you're going to get into trouble on many levels. Especially when you operate in a chaotic and a disorganized environment like Nigeria, where even the government does not have documentation. When tax people enter your life and win your business, but they don't have documents. So, and I can tell you stories upon stories upon stories of how that if you do not have the book to be able to prove your case, you can get into trouble. We have gotten letters from the tax office before for a company that does not exist. Because people just sit there in their office, and I hope you know that most of the people that work in government, they have never run a business before. So most of the people that are involved in all this statutory stuff, they have never done any business before, so they don't understand how business operates. So as far as they are concerned, turnover is income. Once they get that, you did 10 million, say, that is you owe 10 million, it's your money, you should come and pay that. They don't understand. So they just sit down in the office, they send the letter, and they can tell you want to come and do audits for a company that does it. So I remember we registered the company and they sent the letter one time and they want to come and do an audit of the company. I think they want to do 3 years audit, and the company was 6 months old. From CAC, every 6 months old company. They want to come and show. It means that they don't even know what they're talking about. You need to just sit down, you just see an ad. Because once you do advert, it's trouble. You just see advert, they say, that must be a big, you just send a letter. It's like they are just fishing. So if you don't have your book, that will be trouble. So you need to have your books and all that. So just put that. The number 3, you need an auditor and tax consultant. When you register a company with the CAC, you need to do what is called an annual return, which means that every year you need to audit your account and let the government know what you are doing as a business person. Now, what will help you to be able to achieve that is getting the service of an auditor. And then as a company and as an individual, there are different tax implications for everything that you do. And it's very, very important for you to have tax consultants, people that will advise you on how to be able to handle both your personal tax and then your company income tax and all the other tax aspect of your life. If you do not have this, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. So for instance, as an individual, you can pay your taxes through what is called pay as you earn, or you can pay your taxes through what is called a personal assessment, depending on who you are and what you do. And then there are people that will be able to advise you on how to go about that. Same thing for your business. Every company that has staff, your staff are supposed to pay taxes. There's supposed to be a deduction that will release to the government so that they can have their tax ID and everything taken care of. So you need someone that will be able to let you know that, because many times I see a lot of people that don't understand this, and then they say, okay, I want to open an account. They say I should go and register for tax. I don't understand. You register for tax doesn't mean you are paying. You don't pay tax for what you are not paying. You understand? So you need to do things legally. And then they'll just say, hey, this I should go and register with TFCC or school or where. I say, relax, there's no problem. They inquire and register. There's nothing you have not done anything wrong. Why? Because a lot of people don't have people to guide them. So, very, very important. Number 4, you need a marketing consultant. Need someone that understands marketing and understands how you can increase your market share and help you to be able to do better. Because there are people that have deep understanding and insight into sales and marketing, and they can help you to increase your bottom line. They can help train your staff. They can help you develop a marketing plan. They can help you with the executive marketing. They can help you in marketing and be your marketing partner while you do the production or whatever aspect you need to do. Number 5, you need a publicity and brand consultant. You need someone that understands branding, that understands publicity, because in the world that we live in today, perception is as powerful as reality. You need to make sure that you manage your brand image, you manage the brand perception, and in business, there's what we call the top of the mind awareness. So that when people are thinking of patronizing someone in your industry or in your sector, you'll be one of those that they will think about. And that's why you need to keep focused. I don't think that people know you. People don't know. Everybody does not know you. There are people that don't know you. Keep publicizing, keep doing what you can do to put yourself out there so that you can be the face of people. You know that there are things you sell that people in your family and in your network need, but they are buying from somebody else. Even though you told them before that you do, they are forgotten because you are not the breaking news. You are not top in their mind. They would have told you, I forgot, and I just bought 3 cartons, so don't worry next time. Next time again, they will still forget you. It's not devil. Hello, it's not devil. Just keep yourself in the mind of people. As a pastor, I'm not just a pastor, I'm a businessman, but I'm also a public speaker. And you can just assume that everybody knows that you are there, you will invite you to come and speak. No. You need to put yourself out there so that people will continue to so that when they are thinking of programs, they are And then for me, one of the things I do is that everybody in my network, those who matter, every month I'm in touch with them. Hey, how are you guys doing? Just checking on you. Most of the time, once I send that just checking on you message, man of God, thank you for always checking. Hey, please check your calendar. Are you up? So if I didn't say, check, you will not tell me to check my. Say, I was out. If I'm man of God, this one that you contacted me, I think this is God. We are thinking of this program, we are thinking of that program. Hello? If I open my diary now, I am booked to the 3rd quarter of next year. I don't have any free time in the 3rd quarter of next year. Now, the only reason why that happens is the favor of God, the grace of God, but it's also being strategic and being intentional and making sure you do what you put yourself. Next is is a coach or a mentor. You need a coach, you need a mentor. That's one missing link in the life of many of us. You need a coach, you need a mentor. You need someone that will guide you, you need someone that will mentor you. Because most of the time, when you need to make major decisions in your life, you have somebody you can call that will pick your call and answer you. So many of us make wrong choices and wrong decisions because we don't have people that know better in our network that we can talk to. And if you know better, you know better. The quality of your counsel and counselors and advisors determines the quality of your choices and your decisions. So when poor person is constant poor person, what will come out of that? Hello? So many times people want to make decisions. Okay, you want to make a financial decision now. Someone has just blessed you, you have been waiting for one money, and the 5 million has finally come, and you want to think, okay, what do I do? You have somebody you can call now that has superior knowledge and can help you decide. Hello? I've seen people make stupid decisions. Why? Because they don't have the right people to advise them. It's after the money is finished. Their brain will not start working. They will not say, so you need advisors, you need counselors. And now, like I said last week, all this is not about money because poverty is a mindset. Because the way a poor man thinks, say, hey, I could get all this one now, I could pay all of them. No, you already have them in your life. It's just for you to be intentional and strategic to keep that network open. There are people in this church, in your department, in your household that can do many of this for you. But many times you come to church, you sit down, the person on your left and on your right, you don't even have the courtesy and the courage to even say, hello, good morning, my name is John, can I meet you? It's just, you know who you sit down with every Sunday. Some of you are sitting down with CEOs, you are sitting down with major players in different industries, but you just come, I'm here for God. Okay, I'm there for God. God is there for you. Hello? So talk to your neighbor and say, hello, how are you? Introduce yourself. Tell the person what you are doing. Keep rubbish. Let them do. Let's start now. Practice it now. That's the way you practice. Start now. So what are they doing? Find out what do they do for a living. Because connection can take place now. Maybe the lawyer. Hello? You can never live without trust. Your problem is you don't have intentional trust. You have subconscious trust. Hello? You trust a pilot you have never met. Whether the guy is a drunkard, you don't know. Whether he has mental issues, you don't know. Oh, my mental health, my mental health. Whether you don't know what the guy, you enter the place. I don't trust anybody. Why are you saying things like that? So sit down now. Hey, girlfriend. Oh, that's my G. And you talk. All the relationship you are doing is not to create wealth together. It's to gossip and check which latest, who is having breakfast, who's drinking, who's doing this. That's what. Look for 10 people. Even if you don't want to cross your country, let the Sudanese, hello, come together. Let the Zimbabweans come together. Let the Nigerians, let the Kenyans come together. Stay within your community if you don't want to cross your nationality. Hello? But if we can all come together, wow. 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 Think of it. If 10 of you can come together, and all you can do is $10,000 a year, which many of you can actually do 10,000 a month or a quarter. That gives you a lot of money. You can start buying properties cash. You can buy an entire mall. Hello? And what happened to our church will not happen. Because you bought only one. And they say they can't approve it because your parking is not enough. Why? Because all your neighbors are sons of Belials. And the Antichrist spirit is working through them. And they're writing petition against you that they can't even remember they wrote the petition. Because there was just a brainwave. But imagine that you bought the entire mall. And you are the one selling to them. Who will come and remove you? The council themselves will have to invite you and be discussing with you to move forward. That's the realm we should be talking about. Dominion in the marketplace. Not all this poverty mentality that you are still living with in the Western world. And looking for a seat at the table. Create your table. So they should give us a seat at the table. Which table? Create your table. And let them come and begin to ask us. Hello? So let's think of coming together. You say, well, you can't trust anybody. Look. Nobody is trustworthy. All human beings are the same everywhere. Hello? All things being equal. Many of you that look normal now. You are looking normal because you are in a society that the law has normalized you. So nobody needs to tell you not to overspeed. Because there is consequence for the action. So you correct yourself. When you get to a place, you queue up. But the same you that looks normal now, land in Nigeria tomorrow. Land in Kenya tomorrow, you discover that you are not normal. Because that thing will start moving because you know that there is no law. You know that once you see the policeman, you can just put something in his hand and he will forget the law. So nobody is really that good. It's the system. So in the same way, when you say you don't trust anybody, you are still importing the injustice of your country to the Western world. Everything should be done with legality. So there should be a legal document that binds all of us together. You will be amazed and everybody will comply. I was shocked when I went to Tampa, Florida, and discovered that there was a group that has been existing for 15 years, and nobody has ever defaulted. And I wanted to study their templates. How do you do it? It's the law. There's nothing like you're my brother, you're my sister. The days of shaking hands on it is over. Document. Anybody mess up, you are gone. And by the time they use, that's why you see, nobody's above the law. Look at what's happening to Donald Trump now. Look at what's happening to Biden's son. The president's son, you see that the former president, that's what they use to sanitize the system. They will sacrifice to keep the law going. Because in the law says anyone caught. That's what the law says. Anyone caught. Not everyone that does it. So 17 people can be doing something wrong. All the law means is one. It's called the scapegoat principle. You cannot go to say no, but there were 17 of us. No, anyone caught. Not anyone doing it. So once you are the one that is caught, they will now use you as a scapegoat to tell other people not to try it. That's what keeps above the law intact. Hello? I hope we got to that. Let them know. Okay. So let's now go into, let me just rush through. So now, you know the idea that you should do. For many of you are now salary earners, and there's nothing wrong with that. So how do you now, as a career person, create wealth? Why you are still trying to navigate your way, because we all start from somewhere. So many of you are in school, you came into school, you have student loans, you get a job. So sometimes, even though you know what to do, it takes a while to start doing it. Because the reality is that you need to clear some things. Because some people are coming from below ground zero. Some people are on ground zero. Some people can live here now and they hit the ground running tomorrow. Hello? I got an email sometime in the last 1 month from someone in Kenya that listened to me, and she sent me an email less than 2 weeks after listening to me, and she said, you changed my life. And she sent me proof that the minute I listened to you, the next day I opened a stock account, I started it, and she sent me that in less than 2 weeks, she has invested a lot of things. She's now buying this land, buying that. She had the money in the bank, but she didn't know what to do. But by getting so okay, so she quickly started the business. The next day she opened the stock account. She was practicing, and less than 2 weeks, she's like, I don't know, it's like less than 2 weeks, my life is just, I'm just like, I can see clearly now. So sometimes, some of you now, if I give you $10,000 now, you will thank God, but you are still going to give them. Because what you are weighing is like 80,000. So you are below ground zero. So some things you cannot practice until you come to zero level, or you begin to show. So just note those things I've said, and don't let it become a judgment to say, oh, maybe you are a failure. You are not a failure. The day you wake up, that's when your money starts. If you know better, you know better. So now you know better. But now if you are a salary earner, and I think I'm seeing some young people here, for those of you that are young, listen, so that you're not going to repeat the mistake of your parents. So if you are a career person, everybody cannot be an entrepreneur, but everybody must be an investor. So some of you are going to become career professionals. So let me run you through how to do this as a career person. There are 10 things, but I will share 4 or 5 with you and we'll close. So you get the book and get the rest. Number 1, start early. Start early. The problem with a lot of us is that, you know, by the age of 19, I've already done 3 businesses. By the age of 19, I've already been in ministry. So I started very early. So I know the benefits of that. There are a lot of 25-year-old, 27-year-old, 30-year-old young people today that are asking me, Pastor, how do I discover God's purpose for my life at 30? A quarter of a century of your life is gone. You are still talking purpose. What have you been doing for the last 25 years? Many of you, the reason why you are where you are is because you didn't start early. Many of you, by the age of 36, you discover you should be. And many of you, you've not discovered, you are just following the trend. Whoever is doing care, going to care. Oh, so I want to do nursing, I want to do nothing. Because that's everybody to IT, go to IT. Project management, Scrum Master, they're just shopping and go fishing. Hello? So you want to create what has number 1, start early. Discover exactly what if you decided that I'm going to be a professional in this field, go in there. Start and don't be distracted. Why do you need to start early? In the pyramid of the marketplace, there's what we call the salary scale. The salary scale is like a triangle. At the bottom are those that we call the junior staff. At the middle are those who call middle management. At the top are those who call senior staff. Now, the people at the bottom are more than those at the top. But if you put all the salaries of those that are at the bottom together, it's not compared to those at the top of the top. But guess what? When they want to lay off people, they don't lay off people at the top because they are not easy to replace. It's still the same people to lay off. So why do you need to start early? It takes an average, listen to this, it takes an average of 10 to 15 years for you to go from the ground floor to top floor. So in any industry, for you to get to the place where you are now really in top middle management, or you get to the management level where you begin to really get the benefit of that career, it takes an average of 10 to 15 years. So if you don't start early, when will you now get there? So what happens to many of us is because of the mismanagement of our seasons. You start late, so by the time you are now getting to that top management, you're already married with 3 children. The liabilities of your life is now eating up the asset of your life. But if you started early, if you left school at 21, so you see a lot of people in the country that were born in the country. Many of the people that are your managers are younger than you. Many of the people that are your bosses are younger than you. They are not even as educated as you. Because some of them just left high school, did 1 or 2 certifications, and they started. But because of longevity, because they've been there for 15 years, they are now the managers, even though they don't have master's degree, they don't have PhD. So you come in with PhD and you start as a trainee. Hello? I hear, so you need to start early. So when you start early, it helps you. Because by the time you get to that level, the benefits are what makes you wealthy. So that's what makes you a high net worth individual. When you get there, you are not just collecting salary. There are bonuses. There are stock options. There are target bonuses. There are special benefits. There are official car, official trip, official. So you get so many things that you're supposed to pay for. The company pays for because you are senior management. And that gives you a leverage. Hello? Number 2. Give it all it takes. Give it all it takes. In the marketplace, it's not by emotion and sentiment. In the marketplace, it's not activity, it's productivity. So give it all it takes. If you start early, you will most likely be single and unmarried. If you start early, you will most likely have little responsibility. So you can do all you can. You can resume early, close late. You can volunteer. You can do so many stuff. And those are the things that will now become the asset of your life. Because by the time you give it all the things, when you now finally get married and you are asking for 2 days off, no, don't let that go. Very good. Because you can now see what you need. You are now doing what we call making deposits for the day that you need to make withdrawal. But you know what happened to a lot of us? Instead of giving it all it takes, we still go there with, I can't come and kill myself. So, as you go there thinking, I'm not here, I'm just going to do the little I can do. No. When I start my own business, no. Do the best you can now. That's what, because listen, are you ready for this? There are people that determines how far you go in every career. Hello? That's going to be the fourth point I'm going to get there. So if you give it all it takes, so you get into the organization, you are giving it all it takes, somebody's watching you. Because there are appraisals being done. And most of the time, you will not be there when the discussion about your promotion is being mentioned. And if there is no voice in the room representing you, you can stay the same. Number 3, get all the certification you can get. Get all the certification you can get. See, in this marketplace, they value certificates. Because you are in a capitalist environment, because they know that people are out to get them to sue them. There are many things you can do in your country without certificate. If you try it here, you are in trouble. Hello? One of our ministers relocated to the country, and then they had to run away and come back to Nigeria in less than 3 years. And what has happened was, he was the one that got the job. By virtue of getting the job, they relocated the whole family, and then he goes to work, but the wife is just sitting there at home doing nothing. And then she just thinks, let me just start daycare. They have 3 kids, so she starts collecting children from people's houses. And she starts daycare in the house without certificate, without license, without anything, with the Nigerian mindset. And then, before you know it, they did duty of care or whatever, they have this language they use now. And then before you know it, they brought lawyers, before you know it, it was almost going to a jail level. It was becoming a criminal case. And then the only thing that helped them was because they were planted in a church in that country. And the vice president of our country, the former vice president, was a pastor, or still a pastor in that denomination. So by virtue of the church, they had to now get the presidency of our country to quickly intervene. And the only way that they helped was to suspend that for them to leave the country. So they had to come back to Nigeria. Now, what is wrong in gathering children? But because you are in a business certification. So in the marketplace, get all the certification you can get. The problem with us is, you don't understand, is these people, even for you to be an electrician, that you have been an electrician in Nigeria for 17 years, does not mean you come here and be joining wire together. You will end up in jail. That I was a plumber, I'm a mechanic. No. And guess what? All you need may just be a 1-week training and certification, and you are good. But because you don't understand, so many of you, the things you call menial jobs, there are no menial jobs, only menial minds. Many of these people you are looking down make more money than you. The plumbers, the electricians, they make more money than you. That's what many of you should be doing. Go and get your certification. You can do a 3-month online course. You can do a 1-month online course. Hello? Pastors. You have a degree in statistics. You have a certificate in counseling. Just go and do counseling course online. Get your certificate. You'll be charging money for marriage counseling. Legally, give them invoice, they'll pay. How many members give you money when they come for counseling? They waste your time. You will fast, you will pray, even your birthday you will forget. All you need to do, man of God, I can make you rich. I'm a rich man. I know what I'm talking about. So I'm not just rich man, I'm a globally rich man. So when I'm talking money, you say, hello? Hello? And I'm not rich by offering. I've got real estate all over the world. Hello? Just go and do a certificate in counseling. 6 weeks. Free meeting in the office. You start collecting money. Family life counseling. Recovery. All kinds of courses you can do. 6 weeks. And before you know it, you'll be charging correct. So when you are going to churches, you are going to work. Not for people to come and kill. I saw a mosquito. And the rat was pursuing me. And then one snake came out. And that's what you are wasting your life doing. Hello? Number 4. I want to give you 5 and I close. Number 4. So number 1 is what? Start early. Number 2 is what? Give it all it takes. Number 3, get all the certification you can get. Number 4, network strategically. Network strategically. You see, many of us think, I hear people say this, no, you don't need to know anybody. Your work will speak for you. You are still elementary. You are fooling yourself. If you are making that kind of statement, I can guarantee you are a poor man. Ask any rich man in this country, they will tell you, you need to know somebody. That's the way the marketplace works. It's when you are saying they don't need to know anybody, your work will speak for you. No. In every industry, there are gatekeepers. There are power brokers. There are people that determine what more. The reason why you are not aware is because you have not touched the market share. All your money is still elementary. When you start touching the market share and you start making some kind of money, you will know that there are people that run things in Australia. There are gatekeepers in every industry. Hello? So what do you need to do? Network strategically. Have mentors, have sponsors. On your social media, if you are in an industry, find out who are the power brokers in this industry. Who are the people in this country that matter in this industry? Follow them on social media. Check what they are doing. See all the opportunities. Because let me tell you something. How many of you are here now? And you are pastors. How many of you are part of the chaplains? How many of you are here right now? How many of you are part of Rotary, Lions Club, and all this global club? And you are in the country. You're joking. You're joking. So if you're a pastor, you're a chaplain, it's strategic move. Chaplaincy is global. Hello? And there are things that you will recognize by the government for instead of the bishop title. Hello? Just go join the Lions Club. Go join the Rotary. You'll be amazed at what the Rotary can do for you in Australia in 1 year and you have not gotten in 10 years. Just because you are a member, many barriers are broken. Many of the people you see on TV, many of the people you are trying to meet, you walk up to them in Rotary. Hey, how are you? I will try to see, okay, no problem. Just give me a call, this is my number. And that's it is done. Network strategically of gathering with poor people. Gisting in saloon. Just moving with people going to where? Poor man, counseling poor man. Hello? Network strategically. When you are in an office, it's not sucking up to people. It's mentorship. It's connection. You don't need everybody, but you need some people. There are those who matter to your matter. And when it matters, they must be there. Or else the matter will be there. Hello? So network strategically. Listen to me. There are rooms of destiny. And I think I spoke about it. There are rooms that determine your destiny. Everybody is born in a room called labor room. But your conception was done in a room called the bedroom. And when you come back from the labor room, you go back into the bedroom or the baby's room. And when you're going to be fed, you come into the sitting room. And then there's a dining room. There are rooms of destiny that determines how far you go. But there's also a throne room that determines what happens in the physical. But there's also a throne room that determines what happens in the marketplace. So in the boardroom where decisions are made, do you have a voice that will speak on your behalf? So networking strategically gives you a voice in every boardroom. Because when decisions are going to be made on who to lay off or who to promote, you will not be there. Your lack of strategic networking or true room activation will make your name lose. You will have made decisions. I actually forgot about you. That's what don't worry next time. And then that's 3 years. Hello? Let me give you an example. There's a woman in the Bible called Vashti. Wonderful woman, married to a man, having a wonderful time. And then one day the guy decides to celebrate. And then they started doing this 6-month celebration. They just living around just like 6 months. And then the guy is sitting there and they say, hey, go call my wife. Let her come and show them. Is that the way you treat your wife? You turn her into a model to present to your. But it comes as a come. And the lady says, I'm busy, I'm also doing my own stuff. If you are married here, there is no married man here that has never heard no from their wife. We hear no every time. We are still married. So there is nothing wrong with the wife telling you no. So the woman says, no, I'm not coming, I'm busy. So they come to the guy and say, well, she says she's busy, she's not coming. So the guy says, no problem. And it's about to continue the business. Then somebody says, yes, let me say. No, read the Bible. The guy was okay. He was about to continue the business. Sir. No, we can't continue. What she has just done now, if we are to slide, other women will start disrespecting their husband. They were already disrespecting you. Don't use this one as an open door. They were already disrespecting. Why are you trying to use this one? It's because, read your Bible. In the same sentence, I think we should remove her from another. And then the guy starts, it's as if they have been waiting for a downfall. The guy starts talking to the ego of the man. So we need to let her go look for a young girl. Young girl. That will be. So the guy is speaking to the emotion of the man. He said, let us speak for somebody. And the man said, that's true. And all of a sudden, everybody agreed. Please. Not one person spoke for her. Nobody said, no, we can't do that. Madam is not like that. Oh, no, we know her. This one, she must just be having a bad day. Oh, let me go and call her myself. Nobody spoke for her. So what kind of life was she living?
Good show, eh?
I'm the queen. You guys are subject. I'm the queen. I'm the first lady. And nobody spoke for her. So that arrogance here, I don't need anybody. All I need is God. Be fooling yourself. Like we say in Africa, just be play.
Hey, don't count it.
Hello?
What was saying that
You say you don't need anybody, you need God. You need people. Even God need people. Hey, hello? So network work strategically. So that when it's time for Memucan to try to kill you, people will speak and silence Memucan. I run different organizations. I'm on board of different corporations. And sometimes we are making decisions. And I'm sitting down there because I'm a pastor. I'm like, hey, this is people's life we are discussing. Hey, that's how somebody would. So some people, I was in a meeting in the boardroom one day, and we're deciding how to lay off some people. And 2 of them was just like glass, and they were passing by. So I looked and I'm like, hey. So I asked wife and 3 I look at the way he's laughing. He doesn't know now that this is last week in the office. And we are the one making that decision. Hello? And that's what it is. I've gone to the office before with the determination that this guy is gone. He's got to go. And I get there. And someone says, excuse me, sir. You know, you preach the message. God is a God of second chance. Somebody will be pleading on their behalf. That you preach the message that we are all the work in progress. That let's give him a second chance. Someone will be reminding me of my message. Says, you know, you are a father. Let's just mentor him. Let's give him a little time. You know, the Bible said that give him 1 more year. And because I'm a pastor, I will hear the word and I will say, okay, let's give him 1 more. And the guy will not know that he will have lost his job. Somebody spoke for him. That's why you need to network strategically. Be good to everybody you meet. You never know how connected people are. Finally, and I close. Get the remaining in the book. If you don't buy the book, wait till next time. Hello? Number 5. Understand the business of your career. Understand the business of your career. I was speaking to a group of people years ago. It was in the 90s. I have this book actually. 1998, I believe. And one of them, who is also a contributor to the book, one of the things I did with the book is there are 16 contributors. These are people that I've trained and mentored that are now working with you. So they share their own thing and they are still career people. So one of them now asked me a question, 1998, I believe. And he said, sir, I've heard everything you have said, because I was talking about freedom from labor, how you can be free from the rat race. He said, I've heard everything you have said. So, but some of us are not interested in starting business. We want to build our professional career, we want to be top of our profession. So are you saying that we cannot become wealthy because we want to become professionals? So I said, no, you can. But you must understand the business of your profession. There's a difference between the legal business and legal profession. There's a difference between the medical business and the medical profession. There are billionaires in the medical field, but they are not medical doctors. They are in medical business. They produce the machines, they produce the drugs, they produce the gloves, they produce the syringes, they produce the PPE, they are involved in the business of medicine. They didn't go to medical school. But those that went to medical school are clocking in and clocking out and being paid power and going on strike. Hello?
No, sis,
So, whatever profession you are involved in, what is the business side of it?
Maybe.
Because show business has a show and it has a business. There are people that are involved in the show, they don't understand the business of the show. Hello? There are people that are not footballers, but they are in the sports business. They are billionaires. But those that are playing get money. And 70-80% of what you get goes to people that are not playing. Because they are the people in the business. There are movie stars that you know today. And they tell you, oh, the person was paid 20 million. What entered his hand is 3 million. 17 million did not come. Because the people that understand the business, taxman collects his own, and the business people collect it home. And the person, the manager will collect, the trainer will collect, lawyer will collect. At the end of the day, the person that they pay 20 million has only 3 million. Why? Because there are people that understand the business. So what career profession are you in that? What's the business in that career? If you have spent 5 to 10 years in an industry, you should become a consultant in that industry. You should be able to start a business in that industry that will make you richer than the salary you are earning in that industry. But many times the reason why we are not able to do it is because we are so salary conscious. Because the software that runs our mind is survival. We just want to survive. So you are working to earn instead of working to learn. You don't work to earn, you work to learn. You should learn how things work. That's the way you are going to be able to excel. So I don't know what career path you are in right now, but there's a business in that career. That's what you should be looking into. Because once you understand the business of your career, that's where the real money is. The real money is not in the salary. The real money is in the business. Produces the salary. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. We don't work to earn, we work to learn. How many of you are learning in your careers? Wow. Come on, let's give another applause. So many nuggets. Collaboration. I am for collaboration. I saw it bring my mom to be an independent, wealthy woman because she collaborated through Christ. And we have been opened our eyes to know that in this room, we can own more. We can own all these things. If we take what we've had today and implement. Start young. And for those of you who are young, who are here, if you take this seriously, I believe it's going to change your life. but even for us who are older, we can collaborate and cheat the system. We are now going to go into a Q&A session where we will have your questions. Pastor Bill, if we have cards with your question, or you can use the mic.
Okay.
I feel like maybe I can.
All right, so there's a question here. May you please elaborate on how to leverage your business to take care of all your everyday expenses?
Okay, so there's something called the power of a cooperation. When you register a business in the eyes of the law, that business is a different entity than you that owns the business. So the business now employs you, even though you are the owner of the business. Now, according to the law of taxation and the law of capitalism, you don't pay taxes except you have made profits. So you pay taxes on your profits, not on your income. Because in a corporation, there's what we call overhead, there's what we call running costs. Now, you as the owner of the business, you are the one that determines what your overhead or your running costs will be. So if you start the business, whatever money you make, the law expects that everything it costs you to run the business and everything it costs you to make that money should be deducted. And whatever is left is what you pay taxes on. So when you own a business, instead of you owning things, let your business be the owner of the things. So the car you are driving should not be your name. The car should belong to the business. So your business will be the one that will buy the car, be paying the insurance, paying the car note, and you are the one using the car. So it's an official tool for your business. Instead of you going to rent an office somewhere, take one room in your house, take your garage, convert it to an office. That becomes your office. That business is supposed to pay rent. So that rent that your business is paying for that one room can be your mortgage rent. So that means you are having the rest of your house for free. Your son or your daughter can finish school and come work in that business 2 hours a day to arrange files, to clean, to dust, and you pay them as the casual staff, ad hoc staff, contract staff, and that one. Now, when you are going out every Sunday as a family to go and eat in a restaurant, that can be called a business expenses because you are now going out together as the owners of the business to discuss.
What is this?
So every Sunday you have a stakeholders management meeting to discuss. All your clothes and your shoes can be bought by the business because they are the costume that you are using to run the business, because you have to be presentable to make money. So by the time you do all that, almost everything you are spending money on, you will deduct from the business. And at the end of the day, if you are traveling for summer vacation, the business will pay. Because we are going on vacation, we have labored. We are now going to rest so that we can be. So that vacation will be called a retreat. So you went for a retreat to go and plan and rejuvenate. The business will pay. That's how rich people. So at the end of the day, there's no profit. So you are not paying any tax. And it is legal. It's not illegal. It's legal. That's what rich people do. Hello?
How can you leverage your can you leverage your job to build a business?
Okay, so whatever you do, you need to save. One of the benefits of salary is predictability. So you have predictable income, so you can have predictable savings. So so you need to save a minimum of 10 to 20% of your income. That can help you build something that you can now use to be able to start your business. Then all the experiences you are getting, listen to what I'm about to say now. The experiences you are getting, the contacts you are getting are all part of the things that you will need for your business. So every time you are working in a place, network strategically. Get to know people. Get their numbers. Stay in touch with them. Because they may become your customers, your investors, your advisors, your referrers tomorrow. So if you live in a community, get involved in the community. If your children are in a school, get involved in your children's school. Join the PTA. Join Rotary. Join Chaplains. Join up so that you will know a lot of people. Now, because you are working in an organization, when you are knowing them based on the credibility of that organization. And if you have known them for 2 to 5 years, and they have seen consistency in the relationship, by the time you are starting your own business, even though your business does not have any credibility, the credibility of the fact that they've known you for 5 years is what they will use to rate your business that you are starting, and they will support you. So one of the things that you need to understand is leveraging what you have now to get where you need to get.
Yeah, what is that?
And you need to be strategic and intentional about it.
Yeah, it's what?
Here's what it is.
Okay, you have to say,
Thank you. That's all.
Okay, thank you. I'm the one who wrote that question. So just a follow-up on business expenses. If you're trying to separate your personal assets, for instance, but you want the business to shoulder the expenses, so how do you go about that? Like, for instance, you can't necessarily buy a house under the company name. My business is risky, so you can be sued at any time. So I don't want to have my house be part of the, if I get sued or anything like that. So how do you leverage your personal assets and yet get the business to cover the
I
expenses?
understand your question, but it's not the question. That's consultancy. Yeah, so you need to pay for that. Okay? So now let me say this. Everything we are saying here, we are speaking theory. So you need to get professionals to now do it. So you need a lawyer. You need, I don't know whether you guys have CPA, auditor, stars, consultant, financial. So you need to have those people on your. So if you get the book, all the things are there. All the people you need. You need a mentor. You need a spiritual covering. You need a lawyer. All the people you need to work all these things are there in the book. So and you already have the book. So read it. You see. So I'm not going to be. I'm here now. I'm wearing 2 caps now. Pastor Lumide Manuel is different from Dr. Lumide Manuel. So Pastor Lumide Manuel can counsel you on spiritual matter. Doctor does not do free things. He charges. So when they told me to come, and I said, look, you know what, you guys are my children. I'm going to come, but you know that. I told them, I said, look, are they going to pay? I can't be jumping around. If I stay in my business, I know how much I'm going to pay. I do $10,000 for every speaking engagement. So why would I come to Australia and spend the whole week? And I can't get $100,000. What am I coming to do? But they said, I said, okay, I'm coming. He says, I'm just coming to be blessed. So I told them, I said, look, you guys, I'm not going to do that. Hello? The ticket to come here is about $20,000. Business class. So why am I going to be wasting my time jumping to Australia to go and do what? So you need to now get those professionals. And you know they will charge you per hour. So some of the questions you are asking, I will not answer. Yeah, so go and do that work and pay, because you are not paying. So
We have a question here that
the cheapest way, let's take it. He's been lifting his hand. Yeah, we need to get him. So now, the cheapest way to get it is just go and get the book. That's the cheapest one now. It's cheaper. Everything there is less than $500, so it's cheaper for me. Yes,
So what's your opinion of buying businesses cash down, no cash down?
buying businesses or buying
Buying businesses, no cash down.
buying businesses cash,
No cash down.
no cash down.
No.
Yeah, it depends on the kind of business. So, for instance, I advise people. One of the things I advise people to do, especially when you start the wealth creation network stuff I'm talking about, when you start wealth creation networks, two things I recommend for people to do is real estate and franchising. Real estate and franchising. Because what we have done all over the world is what we call fractional ownership. So right now, we buy properties, so we get 10 people together, $10,000. I'll buy $100,000 property, and they get $1,000 minimum every month, and they share among the 10 of them. So we've done that, lots of that. We do that right now. We do that regularly. That's what one of the things I do. So, and then you can buy a franchise and own a restaurant and own chains of franchises as a group, and you don't even need to manage it. You are the owner, and somebody else manages it. So you can buy businesses without any cash once you have that opportunity to do it, and the return from the business can pay for the business and give it. You can do that.
So how do you deal with trust? How do you collaborate with people of different culture?
Legal documentation. That's all. I don't need to trust you. How many of you have bank accounts? Do you know the owner of the bank? Do you trust them? Why? Because there's a document, there's an insurance. That's why you do what you do. Do you know the owner of the? Everything you are doing that you call trust is because there is legality backing it up. So you don't really trust them. You trust the system. You trust the justice system. You trust the law. So everything you want to do with anybody, no matter the culture, legality. So when everybody comes together, get the lawyer, we all document our thoughts, we come up with an MOU, we come up with ethics, and they will say, okay, for instance, I'll give you an example. For the properties we buy, for the properties we buy, we do fractional ownership. Because of my understanding of the taxation system, many of people, because what I try to get people to do, earn money from currency in Nigeria. So we buy property, so they come together, 10 people, 9 people sometimes, and they put $10,000 together and buy a house for them. And we have an agreement, okay, this house, everybody's going to bring $10,000 together and buy one house. If you want to buy the next house, you don't have to be part of it. So we are only tied together for this one house. And now, nobody can pull out. So you can't wake up tomorrow and say, I'm not doing it again. You insulted me. There's no emotional assessment here. You can't pull out. Except somebody else is replacing you. Because you can't mess up 9 people's life because you have lack of emotional intelligence. Hello? So all those things are documented. Because I'm going to give you a piece of my mind. I'm going to give you a piece of my mind. That's why you have lost your mind. Because you have given pieces of your mind to different people. So the laws are there. And then the law in that constitution states that we are not going to share the money that comes from that property until after 1 year. Why? Because if you know anything about real estate, boiler can spoil. And 3 months rent will have to go. Something can go wrong. So, and then you are going to pay insurance, you are going to pay taxes. So after we have collected rent for 12 months, we will now remove tax, we remove insurance, whatever is left, we will now keep 20% of it again for emergency. It is the remaining we can share. So all those things are documented and it has never failed. Because it is so that's you know it's not about culture. It's about the law. So make sure there's a document everybody signs, everything is clear. Before you collect money from anybody, let the document be clear, let there be full disclosure. So that nobody will wake up tomorrow and say I was not aware. So that's it.
There's a question here that is asking, with networking strategically, how can we link to some of these networks when they go and start as Christians without compromising our faith? Because they have some practices that are not pure.
So you see, please listen and listen well. Many times we don't understand the power of our faith. And when I see Christians afraid of the devil, I'm wondering, they should be afraid of him. Why are you not thinking that your presence will scare them? Why are you thinking that your presence will make them to pollute you? Why is that your thinking? Why are you not, when light comes, darkness disappears? There is nothing called darkness. Darkness is the absence of light. You are in this world, but you are not of this world. So God wants you to have contact without contamination. So apart from the ones that are overtly demonic, if you are joining a group, there's a website, there's an application process. And once you see the application process and you see what you need to do to become a member, you will know whether there is compromise here or not. Most of what you are calling compromise is lack of understanding of the way the marketplace works. Why? You join a group and they meet in the club or they meet in the night. And then when they are serving people now, look at what we have now. We have water, we have fizzy drink, we have pizza. When you get there, there's alcohol, there's smoke, there's everything. Is that what you're calling compromise? That's not compromise. That's just life. They didn't put it in your mouth. They didn't force you to drink. You take water, you sit down, they are smoking, they are doing lots of, you sit down there, you have your discussion, you move on. If you are so weak that sitting down with them will pollute you, your Christianity is not strong. Then you are never really, you don't even understand your Christianity. That means you are in the outer court. Hello? So look for the ones you can join that doesn't involve anything overtly evil, and then you are good to go. I mentioned chaplain, even as a pastor, being a part of the chaplain doesn't mean that you're spiritual.
Whenever I read,
It doesn't mean that
you
chaplains
say
are
I'm cheating. That's what
It's just a platform that you can